Hey everybody, this is Alessandro. Welcome back to my channel. So in the last couple of weeks, I uploaded some of my old, animation I did back then when I was still a junior and stuff like that, and I received a lot of positive response, especially a lot of good comment, I would say, about the physicality, strength, good timing, good physics in general. And I decided to make a video to explore a little bit more about this one, right? Like, how did I achieve very good physicality, good weight, and most of all, animation that feels very physical and have a great impact, right? And so the reason is why I think I use very well contrast, all right? We will gonna take a look at some of those animation in details later on, but I wanna start to explain a little bit better about contrast, just showing you some quick poses I did in Maya, very quickly, very rough. But I just want to explain in which occasion we can go and discuss how contrast is really helpful in showcasing the weight, the energy, and things like that, right? And it's not only about in the spine, as probably most people are teaching you, right? That is contrast can be in so many other things. And today, very quickly, I want to go into that one, right? So here, as you can see, I have the classic example of character pulling a rope, right? And again, here is a very simple example here where we have, the kind of facing this direction, the line of action here. And now when we go here, the example is, a reverse in the spine, right? In this case, the arms remain straight. Maybe the other things I could have done, I realizing just now, maybe the head could have been tilted down, right? So when we go from this one, that the head up, when it's pushing backwards, the head, you're feeling this contrast in the rotation. But most of it here, most of the contrast in this case is the classic one, does in the spine. We are going from this C shape overall here in this one, right? And pushing those contrasts is really gonna really give good energy to your animation. Obviously, you need to have the right timing, the right easy in, easy out, or else you're gonna kill completely your energy, right? So it's not a contrast; it's enough to do alone the job, right? So then we have another one example where we have contrast in a few other things here, right? We have this anticipation here, and then we have the kick overall here. The contrast in this case is in the overall line of action here, from this one to this one, right? The fact that the pelvis go from this position is pushing forward, as there is a contrast in space, right? Again, contrast is not only in line of action, it's also like how the body goes from one position to another. It kind of snap very quickly, right? We have, for example, a contrast from this angle of the foot, right? This one to a straight line, right? Okay, so contrast is also angle in the part of the limbs like a leg or the arms, right? And in fact, I did exactly the same things. I reinforced the contrast here. Boom. Again, from compressed. So in fact, as you can see, there is these overall poses looks very compressed, right? And another element that I reinforced this one with is that this is very subtle, but I can guarantee you guys it helps a lot. Let me go here, maybe blue. Is the shoulder here that is very compressed, and here shoulder down, and you can see the necks. And we're gonna go back into this scenario a little bit later on, right? So another one here is, for example, about when we're talking about the angle of the limbs. This is another great example, right? So we have this angle here, where here you see I'm reversing the angle. The elbow go forward, right, and the hands stay behind. And same stuff here, right, from here to here. You can see the boom. See how the elbow is going in the opposite direction, right, from down to up and from up to down, right? And then from here we have obviously this line of action here with this one, right? And again, the arms now is going completely. This arm is going down, and this arm is going up, right? Again, maybe this post was not the prettiest one, but it's mostly for you guys to share this concept. All right. Again, so it's a combination of things. Content. It's not never only the spine or things like that, right? This is not a very simple one. This is like contrast in the overall shape. You see how the overall shape, the overall silhouette is mostly large here, but here on the jump, it goes on a straight line. So this is a different kind of contrast. It's contrast in the overall volume and shape, right? So this can create a great contrast as well, right? Almost squash and stretch, because squash and stretch, people think about it, okay, just about when you stretch the spine and things like that. No, it's actually the entire volume of the silhouette, right? So this is another great example to talk about contrast. This one, for example, if you're gonna take a look at this one, you'll notice that the line of action of the spine here is basically the same, right? It's basically, see, there is no contrast in the, if you just look at the silhouette, for example, but what there is contrast is the torso rotation, all right? It's like how uh, the torso stay in this position, the torso is kind of here, right? And then here, the torso is kind of like this, right? And so your torso is twisting in this position, right? So again, in this case, we have contrast in torso rotation, right? Again, a different scenario, okay? And I want to share the last one, where in this case, again, it's another concept I would call it space and line, right? So let me show you this one, how you have the head here, you have this round line of action of the shoulder here, the neck is not visible, and suddenly here you push the head up, you reveal and stretch the neck, and your things is going down, right? See? See, again, this is really great, real contrast, because again, it's a different way of doing compression and squash and stretch, right? And you also have the different change of volume into the shoulder, right? But let's move on, guys, and go and discuss about this one. Some of the animation that I did before, and I even some of my student animation, some of the tutorial that you can find on this channel. So let's discuss about this one here. Even though maybe some of those poses they were not maybe the prettiest, like back then I didn't know them much yet. But you see again here the line of action. Look at the shoulder from here to this one, right? Same line, and then boom here, right? Boom. This one, let me, boom, boom, boom. Okay. And you see also this one, this character overall here, as I'm talking about the rotation of this character here, right? Look, I remember when I was talking about the this one, boom, right? See, what I was talking about, very efficient. Okay, if you're gonna watch this one, boom, right? And same things here. This is more like this. Bam! Look how its arm getting dragged behind, right? This gives a lot of weight and physicality to your impact, right? Again, one more time here, right? By the way, guys, all this animation you can find on my channel. Maybe I'm gonna put in the description of this video, so you wanna see the entire animation again, right? Boom. See, this is, for example, again, we have like a different change of shape, right? But at the same time, the character very quickly, boom, coming down, right? So again, we have a different change of space, how the character move in space, right? And another one is this one here. Again, change of angle of the shoulder, right? Now the shoulder, everything goes boom in the opposite side, right? Boom, right? Oops. Again, see, like I'm repeating overall the same concept over and over. Look at this one. This pose overall is sliding here, and then it's kind of jumping. See, when we were talking about it, this whole shape here, and boom, stretch overall here, right? Boom, yeah, boom, 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 right? And again, same stuff here, right? Again, look at these poses, right? How it's very well designed here, right? And boom, stretch here. This is very small, boom, stretch, right? And same things overall here. Jumping, jumping, and boom, very compressed here, right? This gives really a lot of weight to the landing, right? We have, let's go to some of my student shot here. So we have this ball sphere overall here, and boom, look how the spine is kind of moving like this and pushing the leg. Boom, right? You see, like it's very, there's a really lot of contrast in these poses like this, right? And if we, for example, if we go to this other gesture here, we have this one overall here, legs going up, right? And boom, the spine is going to the opposite direction and the leg can go here, boom, right? Again, it's not just this only the spine only, right? But in this case, also the big movement of the leg here, boom, right? And again, obviously, those poses is not enough, right? It's also because we have the timing here is very, you have a lot of easy in, easy out, and then very quickly happening in the middle, right? This is also what makes like those poses, those actions with a lot of energy and weight. So it's a combination between the contrast, as I talk about it, guys, weight and easy in, easy out. I'll show you this other one, right? See, again, here there is not a huge contrast, but there is contrast in the twist here, right? So in fact, if I play this one, boom, you can see how the contrast here, again, the elbow going from this one to this one, right? But is also, you have the movement on the pelvis and the rotation, boom, the rotation of the body. And at the same time, you have these hands here kind of going down here, right? So you feel like contrast in a lot of section, right? Same things over here, boom. Again, look how the rotation of the torso helps to make this arm movement a lot more organic. And now this arm is kind of going from here to here, you know, boom, right? See, boom. And then we have another one, a classic one, similar to what we did before, but a different scenario, right? From this one, boom, to this one, reverse, right? Boom, boom, and boom, reverse again, okay? See, boom, right? And then there is actually constant reverse here in this section because you know the character is hanging the spine and the move quite a lot, right? But again, he helps a lot to sell the physicality, right? Let's move on. Even like something like simple like this, guys. Again, we are talking about rotation, twist, right? Even just a good twist can really help a lot to sell the contrast in motion, right? Same here, right? Again, classic, huge anticipation, right? And then coming down here, and the pose is more compressed, line of action in this direction, right? Boom. And again, it's moving in space, right? It's not just about the line of action itself, right? It's collaboration between all those things, right? Let's talk about acting, right? Let's talk about here. Boom. Look at the spine here, right? And look, oops, and look at here. Boom. Boom. Look also the shoulder here, but here is a little bit more relaxed. Okay. You see the neck? Look at the neck area as I was talking before. You see how it's stretching the neck here? Boom. Right? Right? And same here. Okay. Again, twist, rotation, right? And see how even if sometimes could be very subtle in the acting, right? Not necessarily always huge, right? See? All those kind of stuff. Right? And even in a subtle way can be um can help a lot, right? To give the little extra weight in your acting, right? This is like like here really, guys, you have all contrast in this animation. The bouncing ball principle here, right? Boom. Again, compression and stretch, right? We have this one twist here as we talk about it. Boom. You see the body in this direction, right? And now the body in the opposite direction. Look how the legs are pushing down here from this leg compressed here to pushing down, and this leg straight kicking forward, right? Again, this really sequences, if you're looking this kind of stuff, Again, this is on my channel. This is plenty of stuff into this animation. Basically, all this animation is a big tutorial of contrast and stuff like that, right? And again, this one, for example, is in spacing. Again, the overall body spacing. How is overall body here? Boom, and coming down like this, right? See the overall like this one, boom, and then see here and flat, right? Boom. See again, this is like the arc is more or less on the entire figure going from here. Again, this huge gap, also this huge gap are considered contrast, right? You know what I mean? And then here, another one where we go from this line of action here. Boom. See? Right? And here, see a lot of spin here. Boom. Right? This is another one. Right? Boom. We're going from this one here. Look at the angle. Right? Boom. Completely opposite. Right? And same things as we were talking before. We go from this one to this one, right? See what I was going for before, right? Boom, and then boom, everything twist, and this leg also go from this position, this one, right? So again, just what I also wanted to repeat, guys. All those contrasts, if you do them really well, if you know to study, if you study anatomy, together with the timing and spacing is what really gonna give you like a really great animation. Okay, guys, hope you enjoy and see you next time. Ciao.